Being a professional cosplayer at League of Legends FanFest and Worlds 24. We was tasked by Riot to bring Viego's Worlds 24 skin to life, and of course, we was ecstatic to accept. The character is definitely not within my usual sphere of comfort, but my god, look how awesome that costume looks. Speaking of the costume, we basically had 2 weeks to build a whole costume, so it was all hands on deck, and not much of anything other than getting this costume done. Travelling in this costume, or even packing it, was an absolute task in of itself. There's just so many components, and the sword is about 7 foot tall when it's assembled. So all of our bags were dedicated to just packing this insane heifer of a costume, and we guarded it with our lives, navigating the perils of British public transport. We got to our hotel for the night before FanFest, had some epic vegan food, and rested ready for the big event. The days were insanely busy. Not only was there tons of passionate fans, but as it's a free event, you would have tons of passers-by just trying to get in on the spectacle. No matter where I'd go, a pool of people would begin to show up. The guys at Secret Lab noticed this and generously offered me a chair to pose with, and I've just got to say, what epic product placement. Hey Secret Lab, I see that Dragon Ball chair, and I think we should talk. We met many friends old and new, which was an absolute delight. I am very grateful for my insanely high social battery, because when you're in a position like this, you don't really have the option of being shy or timid. You really have to give all of your energy to everyone you meet and give them an experience. I must have posed for thousands of photos and videos over the course of the event, and on the busiest day, the day of Worlds, the line for my Viego booth was literally going around corners. Speaking of the last day, it also started raining, but look at Gnomes right there with an umbrella protecting that wig. And of course, I can't say enough good words about Gnomes being my handler. She fixed anything that was ever broken, fed me because I couldn't use my claw hands, captured most of the footage you're seeing, and led me away whenever we had to be somewhere because I absolutely couldn't say no to people asking for photos, and she knew I'd be there forever. She's my partner in everything, and I couldn't do any of this without her. After a quick change into a more casual Viego look, courtesy of the lovely hoodies that the fellas at Riot gifted us, we went to a VIP pre-party before Worlds kicked off and was gifted an awesome VIP bag. We also had Viego's throne set up in the back, which immediately had me regretting getting changed, but it wasn't much longer until we were rushed off to the front row of Worlds in the massive jam-packed arena, which absolutely filled us with gratitude. The opening ceremony concluded by a performance from Linkin Park, one of my favourite bands, and the energy emanating from Emily's scream literally made me vibrate with emotion. The energy between T1 and BLG for their championship match was incredible, and the entire audience could feel it. With the match going neck to neck for 5 rounds, the tension was high, and of course T1 came out on top and picked up a well-deserved win. It was amazing to be there in the front row watching esports history unfold before our very eyes. And this goes back to the coolest thing about cosplaying professionally, at least for me. The coolest thing about cosplaying professionally isn't just being paid to cosplay, although that's awesome. The coolest thing is the experiences that it brings. Awesome friends, meeting new people, traveling all over the world, getting to go to events like this and making people happy by embodying a character that they love. Although it's took so much work to get to this point, for me and Gnomes, this life is a dream come true.
This is what you asked for. Heavy is the crowd. Heavy is the crowd.
Hey, Sheep, what do you think of the reigning League champions T1?